Welcome to this webinar on Get Paid Faster using Sage 300. My name's Anne from Orchid Systems. The tips to get paid faster typically go around three central themes. First, you should set the rules of engagement with customers and employees. And these might be, for example, your payment terms. You may have early settlement discount, late payment fees, outstanding orders being put on hold if the customer is overdue. Or you might say that your invoice date is the shipment date and the terms run from the shipment date. You may also have the agreement with your customers to direct debit recurring charges. And once you have these rules, you need to create efficient processes. That is, to improve the efficiency of your processes to support the rules of engagement. And wherever possible, automate these processes to ensure consistency and efficiency of application. For example, you might have a process to automatically put orders on hold when the customer is outside their payment terms. And you might also have processes to distribute relevant information in a timely manner to all concerned. Another example may be to automatically email the invoice when the goods are shipped, and to automatically direct debit recurring charges on their due date. For our scenarios which we're going to demonstrate using Sage 300 and Orchid modules, our rules of engagement are going to be as follows. We're going to have a payment terms 30 days from date of invoice. We're going to give an early settlement discount if settled within 30 days. For any balances which are over 30 days, we're going to put orders on hold. And we're going to email the invoice on the shipment of the goods, and the invoice date will be the shipment date. And for our recurring billing, we're going to direct debit the recurring billing on the due date of the invoice. And the processes that we're going to create to support our rules of engagement is we're going to email the invoice to the customer on shipment of the goods. We're going to do a daily check for overdue invoices and put the orders on hold. Alert the customers, sales reps, and the AR team at that time too. And on follow-up with the customer on outstanding invoices, we're going to provide all outstanding invoices and a statement at the time of calling the customer to facilitate our collection. And we're going to manage our recurring invoices and direct debit instructions to the bank. And the processes here that we can automate, we're going to use three different scenarios to demonstrate this. The first scenario, we're going to make all the relevant information available to the sales and operational staff at the time of invoicing and facilitate the automatic emailing of the invoice. In the second scenario, we're going to automatically apply the rules of engagement and distribute the information automatically to make relevant information available to the sales and operational staff at the time they follow up the customer. And in scenario 3, we're going to show you how to automate and streamline the manual processes for managing recurring invoices. In the first scenario, we're going to do an order entry shipping, and we're going to show additional information which is relevant to the operational staff. We're going to show the credit status, past invoices, any collection notes and payment terms. We're going to make this available to the order entry staff. And when we ship an invoice, we're going to auto-email the customer and file it away for easy access later. And to facilitate this and to automate these processes, we're going to use Notes, Document Management Link, and Extender. In order to help the operational staff, at the time of creating an invoice, shipping and invoicing, we are showing the current invoice for this particular order, none yet, all prior invoices for this particular customer, and by double-clicking here, you can open it up and see. We're also providing the credit info for the customer. In this case, 111,151 outstanding, $5,000 open orders, total outstanding 116, and a credit limit of 130,000. And here we can give a quick access to the back orders or the open sales orders to see what's on open orders. We're also providing the credit collection information. So in March 2019, we did discuss outstanding invoices with customer 1200, but not since then, and we're currently in September 2020. And we've got quick access to our payment terms with this customer. But as everything looks okay, we can go ahead and ship all and invoice the customer. And if we wanted to, we could have the email being sent to the customer at the same time of posting. But in our case, we have it as a second button. So when we click print the invoice, it's going to PDF the invoice, file it away for us to easily access from this order and email it through to the customer. And refreshing our tray icon, we see invoice 65 has been filed away in the appropriate directory and emailed to Ronald Black. Invoice 65 for order 70. In this scenario, we have seen how Notes and Document Management Link can facilitate the sharing of information, and Extender and Notes can provide additional information at the time of order entry, for example, the credit status. And Extender was also able to email the invoice to the customer at the time of the shipment being created. The second scenario we're going to have a look at is using daily scheduled tasks. So weekly, we're going to automatically distribute the AR age trial balance and the order action cube for order entry. We're also going to have a daily task which automatically puts orders on hold if a customer is overdue and alerts the associated customers, sales reps, and AR team for follow-up. And we're also going to show how we can facilitate quick access to these exceptions or data, and how we can quickly email outstanding invoices, record notes, and facilitate the access to these notes that are being recorded for all team members as they need them. And to do this, we're going to use Notes, Document Management Link, and Extender, but we're also going to use Process Scheduler, Report Runner, Info Explorer, and our Email Smart Link. As a member of the AR team, I know a number of processes run automatically every night and over the weekend. So as of a Monday morning, I know I get my AR age trial balance emailed every Monday. And normally I'd check this out, see if there are any balances within the 30 days or 60 days or 90 days. And this is what I know that I need to follow up with these customers. I also know that if any customers have a balance within 30 days, that if they have any outstanding orders, they would have been put on hold. And I would be alerted accordingly. So I see that Ronald Black has a balance in the 30 days, and that there's 3 orders, order 1, 64, and 65, that have been put on hold based on the script running last night. So from here, I can click on the customer inquiry and open the hyperlink to the customer inquiry for customer 1200. And because I have notes configured for customer 1200, I will see those notes at the same time. Again, I see the payment terms. I see the last time that we followed up with this customer was in 2019. And here I see the outstanding invoices that were emailed to them at that time. And from my emails, I can also do a quick link to the particular orders that have been put on hold and see all the available information as what was configured for the order entry operational staff too. And the next thing for me to do is to follow up with the customer, remind them of the payment terms, explain that the orders have been put on hold and the customer would have received a similar email as what I received. And I can go ahead and email the customer the outstanding invoices as of right now to assist them in settling up those overdue invoices as soon as possible. And we can see Ronald Black has been emailed their outstanding invoices. And the same PDF that was emailed to Ronald Black has been filed away for easy access. So we're going to add a note that we've spoken to the customer today. This will be displayed the next time the notes are refreshed. And I notice Ronald Black has emailed me confirming that they will pay the balance by Friday, and I can store this email message in my configured document management link library for others to access as well. As the sales rep for Ronald Black, I also get a copy of the email that the AR team received, from which I can hyperlink back into the orders and the customer aging. But I also get my outstanding order action report, which shows me all my orders by customers, by items, which are overdue to be shipped, and so on. And on my dashboard, I have a list of the on-hold orders. And I can drill through from here, either to the customer activity or back through to the sales order. So if I wanted to see what was on order number 64 or order number 65, the relevant order is opened. I can see the details on the order, and I can see all the information that was available for the accounts receivable person too. And I can see that my colleague has spoken to Ronald Black earlier today. And I could also follow up with Ronald Black on this urgency of this order, and if they do want it to be shipped out as soon as possible, then they need to settle up the bill. We have just seen the automatic distribution of the AR age trial balance and the order entry order action cube, which was done by Process Scheduler, Report Runner, and Info Explorer. And we also saw the email which automatically put orders on hold and sent an email to the customers, sales rep, and AR team, and that was done by Extender. And Process Scheduler scheduled that to happen overnight. And we've seen the facilitation of quick access to actions and exceptions from Email SmartLink. So from the email, we could click back to the customer inquiry or to the order entry screen. And we can also open and drill through from the Info Explorer cube back to the order that had been put on hold. And we saw the notes being shared between the AR team and the operations team around the customer collections. So the next scenario we're going to show is how to create a direct debit batch and submit it to the bank for processing. So we're going to use an EFT process, create AR receipt batch, which we will run for all our invoices that we are able to direct debit against our customers. Then we're going to post that batch and run create EFT file to send that file to the bank to transact the direct debits, and then email the customer the remittance advices. Using EFT processing, we can create a receipt batch for all our customers, selecting all the invoices which match all of this criteria. In our case, we're going to create a receipt batch based on invoices due up to today's date, but depending on your processes, you may flag all your invoices which are due for direct debit by a terms code or a billing cycle or an interest profile. But in our case, we're going to do it based on due date. And when we go ahead and create, it's going to select all invoices which are due up to the 30th of September and create a receipt batch for all those invoices. And once that batch is posted, we can go ahead and create the EFT file for the bank. So that is batch number 69. We can go ahead and create the file for the bank. And this is the file which is correctly formatted for the bank and is uploaded to the bank. And once created, we can email the customers their remittance advices. And all the customers who are configured to receive an email will receive an email with the attached remittance advice. We have just seen how to use EFT to assist in managing the direct debit process and submit the direct debits to the bank and notify the customers accordingly. In terms of the modules required for Scenario 1, around the order entry screen, we are using Document Management Link to display the current invoice and to display the history of invoices for this particular customer. We are using Extender and Notes to display the calculated notes, which shows us the credit information at the point in time the screen is opened. And this is our module Notes, which allows you to record and show notes around any Sage 300 screen. And this is also Notes, which is allowing us to display our rules of engagement with this particular customer. And it is Extender that is enabling us to print the invoice, file it away for Document Management Link, and email it to the customer. And the script that is running behind the print invoice is the Orchid UI demo, which adds a number of buttons and functionality to the order entry screen. Regarding the functionality for Scenario 2, we have a number of modules involved here. It is Process Scheduler that allowed us to schedule these repetitive tasks. And the first task it ran was the Information Manager Age Trial Balance Report. Then it ran the Extender script, which put the orders on hold and emailed the sales rep and the customer and the AR team, and also refreshed the order action report and emailed to the sales reps. So this is the email received of the AR Age Trial Balance and the email received by the AR team for those customers which have had orders put on hold, and it's Email Smart Link that allows us to click and open the associated customer inquiry and the associated sales order. And the reports that are to be scheduled are set up in Report Runner, and it's in Report Runner that we describe how the aging report is to be run, what parameters are to be passed through the aging report, and who is to be emailed the report. And Process Scheduler also scheduled the sales rep their cube, which provides analysis on the open orders, but also the hot link back to the sales order or the customer activity in a similar way as you can from the Email Smart Link. And for the customer inquiry functionality, which enabled us to email the outstanding invoices to the customer, it is Notes that displays the current rules of engagement with the customer, Notes that allows us to capture and display the collection notes, Document Management Link that allows us to view the previous open invoices sent, and drag and drop customer communication to our configured network folder. And Extender that created the PDF of open invoices at the time that is run and saved it away in the Document Management Link box, as well as emailing it to the customer. And the final part of Scenario 2 that I showed you was the salesperson having easy access to the notes that were recorded when the AR people contacted Ronald Black. And for the third scenario, we needed to configure EFT processing to create the AR receipt batch and to email the remittance advice to the customer. In terms of managing your direct debits, you need to configure your banks to specify what format the bank requires the AR receipt direct debit batch in. You need to capture your EFT bank details for all your customers that you're going to direct debit. You need to define your receipt selection codes to specify what criteria that you're going to use to select outstanding invoices. And in our case, we just used due date, but we could have used invoice terms or customer terms or billing cycle, depending which way you want to select your outstanding invoices. And you need to define your email message template that you're going to use to send to the customer to alert them of the direct debit that was done. And all this configuration and the processes are part of the standard EFT processing for AP and AR. In summary, we have seen as part of the 3 scenarios that Extender is able to implement custom processes, for example, daily checks to put orders on hold, and to alert customers, sales reps, and the AR team of what orders have been put on hold. It can also auto-email customer invoices on shipment. It can automate the outstanding invoices being sent either with a statement or at the click of the button during AR follow-up. And it can calculate credit info to display during order entry. Email SmartLink provides quick access to data from emails. Document Management Link made invoices and customer communications easily accessible to all. And Notes facilitated the capture and display of notes, including calculated Extender notes where required. Report Runner and Info Explorer distributed the AR age trial balance and the OE order action cube, showing the on-hold orders, the open orders, and analysis of all our orders. And it was Process Scheduler that automates the distribution of AR age trial balance, OE order action cube, and the automation of the daily checks to put orders on hold and to alert the customer's sales rep and AR team as that happened. And EFT processing allowed us to manage our AR receipt batch, to create it by due date, to create the EFT file, and email the remittance advice to the customers. And we have seen how we can use Orchid modules to automate your processes to ensure the consistency and efficiency of your processes that you've implemented to enforce your rules of engagement with the employees and customers. For more information on Orchid systems and our modules, go to our website www.orchid.systems. And you too can find out why over 5,000 companies rely on Orchid's Sage 300 add-ons every day.